Today we're going over everything about persimmons. I'm standing in front of two of our persimmon trees here, and we're going to go over how to grow persimmon trees, what they taste like, the nutrition facts, and then also we're sharing one of our favorite recipes today. So let's get started. Hi, I'm Jessica. For those of you who don't know me, Sweet Poppy Homestead here. We are a family of 5 growing an organic edible garden here in the suburbs of beautiful Southern California, Zone 9B, with the goal of replacing the grocery store and becoming more self-sufficient. Today we are talking about the type of persimmon that we grow, which is Fuyu, F-U-Y-U. And there's also another really common variety. There's lots of varieties around, but 2 common ones here in Southern California. The other type of persimmon you will run into is Hachaya. So Fuyu persimmons, they are crunchy like an apple. They taste a little bit like pumpkin pie with hints of cinnamon. They taste like an apple, they're sweet. And then the Hachayas are a little bit different. These are acorn shaped. And the thing about Hachaya that you want to pay attention to is these can be very, very astringent if you eat them too soon when they're not ripe. So when you're at the farmer's market, make sure to ask if you're not sure. The Hachayas you want to eat at a pudding consistency, or else they're going to be very astringent and gross. So let's talk about the growing habits of persimmon plants, persimmon trees. We have 2 that we're growing here, and we are zone 9B. You can grow this tree if it's zone 7 through 11. I would recommend planting these trees in the fall or the spring where there's more mild conditions. Just like most trees, you'll want full sun for at least 6 hours a day, or a little bit longer could be better. I would water it about 1 to 2 times a week deeply and mulch it. One really cool thing about this fruit tree is it is self-pollinating, so you only need 1 tree to get fruit. You do not need others. However, if you have more trees, more persimmon trees, then that could help you harvest more fruits. With these fruits, they are ready in the fall, so they are ready usually in October or November. One thing I would recommend if you are planting the fruit trees, you want to try to get fruits that you can harvest all year round. So right now we are harvesting bananas, pomegranates, persimmons, papayas. We actually have some watermelon that we planted late as well. So these are the fruits that we are eating this time of year in the fall. And we have lots of other trees that we have fruits growing in other times of the year. If you're interested in what fruit trees we're growing, there are some videos. I'll link them below. And let's talk about nutrition benefits as well. So being a dietitian, I love to talk about this part. One of the reasons we grow our own fruit trees is you can pick the fruit at the peak ripeness. What that means is you will get more antioxidants, it'll be sweeter, more rich in flavor, and more rich in those nutrients. So it's really great to grow your own because you can pick them at the very perfect time when it's optimal. Besides antioxidants, you're also going to get a lot of vitamin A and C and manganese from this fruit. All right, so we have 2 of our persimmons here. One is a little bit more ripe than the other. When you pick persimmons, you want them to have that deep orange flavor, which both of these have. This one's just further along in the ripening process. When you pick the persimmons, they will ripen a little bit off the tree. The longer you keep them on there, the better, and more sweeter, more ripe, more antioxidants they are going to have. So I'm going to show you the difference here. I'm not going to bite into this one, but you can see it's quite soft. This one's going to be really great for our recipe we're going to show you, which is persimmon sauce. You can use the crunchy kind as well, but this one you can eat right off the tree. It's crunchy like an apple. It's really sweet. It tastes a little bit like pumpkin pie to me, with a little bit of that cinnamon flavor as well. My kids love to eat these out of hand, and they love the persimmon sauce too. Let me just take a bite for you. So this one is really sweet. It's starting to soften as well, so a little bit softer than an apple. Really delicious and sweet. Next, we're gonna show you the video on how to make the persimmon sauce. Okay, there's my husband eating a persimmon. We are going to make persimmon sauce. Our kids love this. You'll love this. It tastes like pumpkin pie. It's a replacement for applesauce, and we use the Instant Pot to make it. So let's get started here. All right, step one, after you wash your persimmons, we are gonna cut these to go into the Instant Pot. What I like to do, so there isn't any food waste, is I cut it in half, and then you can just peel off the leaf here. Just like that. And you'll want to just coarsely chop these up. We are going to put these in the Instant Pot, so they do not have to be perfect. Next, you'll take 2/3 cup water and pour it into the Instant Pot, followed by all the persimmons that you coarsely chopped. And you can fill it up as much or as little as you like. So we've filled the Instant Pot to the top, and we're also going to add cinnamon here. I don't really measure it, I just like to do a couple dashes.
And then when you're ready, you put the lid on, twist it so it locks, pressure cook for 5 minutes, and hit start. And it'll tell you when it's done. All right, it just beeped at us, letting us know it's done. We're gonna release the pressure quickly. Make sure you follow your own specific model and brand's directions for this. And we just push a button. And then when our little button goes down, then it's ready to open.
All right, we are opening the persimmons here, and we are just gonna scoop it into the blender. So be careful not to burn yourself. Do you want me to do it?
No, it's the skin
Okay.
in my hand.
So this is a blend tech. We're just gonna add this in, and we don't add water or anything. We just blend these up. So let me show you here. Okay, so we will be blending this in 2 batches because this is a really big batch right here. And we're just gonna press the button. Okay, so it's all blended. I'm gonna turn this off here. Now it is very hot. We usually like to cool it down first, but I just wanna show you really quickly while my youngest is taking a nap here. We go through this pretty quickly because we have 3 kids and they love this for their lunch and they love this for dessert. You could put some whipped cream on it. You can either store it in the fridge and eat it within that week, or you can eat it, or we can freeze it. So we have these silicone molds here, and you just pop them out when they're frozen into the lunch container. And let me show you here. We just spoon it in like this.
I want to eat it right now.
Okay, so like I was saying, these are silicone molds. You can put them in the freezer, and these are the perfect 1 ounce portions for babies, or for kids too. You could put 1 or 2 in for a serving size. And if you have a deep freezer, you can just pop these in there and they last for about a year. So we actually have persimmons all year long over here because we have so many persimmons, and we can keep them in the deep freezer for about a year. So I love these silicone molds. You really only need 1 because you can just pop these out and put these in a plastic bag and label that instead. And we just label it just like that. That's going in the freezer. And then the other thing we like to do is we have these reusable pouches. And this is great because the kids are not gonna make as much of a mess with this. These are reusable, washable, and you just ladle in the persimmon sauce on the bottom here. Just like this, and you can keep them in the fridge and you can freeze them as well if you'd like. So we'll leave some links below on some of these products. I'm just kind of like to pat it down, and then I'm just going to wipe this up, zip it up, store it in the fridge. If you like this video, please like, subscribe. We do lots of videos like this all about our journey to growing more fruits and vegetables in our yard.
Thank you.
Zone 9B.
Fun fact about persimmons is once the fruit starts growing, before they're ripe, it kind of smells like poop. And we didn't realize that, and we thought we had a sewage issue, and then we realized it was the tree and the fruit ripening. So just be aware of that.
Yeah, so it's smelly when the fruits are small and growing, right?
And green.
And green. So when the fruit starts, it's a protective mechanism to keep things away. And it's a little bit stinky, but that goes away, and then you get these beautiful persimmons that you see here.